everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about love and hip hop Atlanta. But for this episode, we are going to be specifically talking about, the interaction between Karlie and Spice. I'm sure, all of us are over it and we're here for them just to be squashing, the relationship. But before I go into it and talk about this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. I don't know, I feel like this whole, interaction between Spice and Karlie. I feel like it's on every single. It's been on for the past 2 or 3 seasons of Love and Hip Hop, and it's like, come on, like I feel like they're dragging it over and over again. I feel like Karlie should let Spice go. She shouldn't even want to even meet up with Spice, in my personal opinion. Spice should not want to have to meet up with her. I feel like they should go their separate ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting so tiring at the moment. Like, so I'm gonna talk about the particular scene where Spice and Karlie, they met at the park, and Spice is like sort of sitting down on like a bench, and like Karlie is like not even sitting down. As soon as the episode, I was like, this is crazy. She pretty much was like standing far away from Spice, and she was shaking and looking really like scared for her life. And I'm just like, if Karlie has to feel like she's scared of Spice, or she feels like she doesn't feel safe around Spice, like why even meet with her to have like a conversation? Like, I feel like some friendships we can let it go, let bygones be bygones, move on. Like, the woman, I was like, this is outrageous and insane. Like, she was there shaking. She's scared of Spice. And I don't feel like we should be friends with individuals that we are scared of. You know what I'm saying? And like Spice is like going on and on again about like, oh, Karlie hurt her. She's even bringing up things from the past, and she mentioned that Karlie had went behind her back and submitted a song, and didn't put like involve her in the process of doing so. Like, she submitted the song for like a Grammy, and Spice didn't know anything about it. And Spice is saying like she felt used. And Spice also mentioned like, oh, she was the one that put Karlie on, I guess, like musically, and that sort of thing. And I feel like I don't really agree with the fact that she put Karlie on. Like, Karlie was popping, and I feel like Karlie was popular even before she became friends with Spice. I feel like Spice is really good with music. I love Spice. I love her, her dancehall songs that she has. But I feel like Love and Hip Hop made her a lot more not necessarily more popular, because she was already popular, but I feel like it sort of brought in people got to know her a lot more on a more international scale. That's what I feel. And then at the time when she just came into the show, she was like friend up with Karlie and everything, and I just feel like all of a sudden, like, this woman is scared for her life. Like, she's scared of you. I feel like Karlie should just love Spice from afar and just let the relationship go. Like, I feel like Spice is, she wants to fight. I feel like she wants to be defensive, and she's just not letting like letting bygones be bygones. Like, if you're gonna forgive Karlie, forgive her and move forward. You know what I'm saying? She's talking about the same thing over and over again, and it's like tiring. And I do want to remain objective in the sense that, of course, Karlie, people are also mentioning that Karlie could be messy as well. Karlie could be shady as well. Karlie could be doing things behind the scenes that has, sort of upset and frustrated Spice. And I do get that, right? We don't know the full story, and they're only showing like little, aspects and little snippets of, what transpired. They're probably not telling us, the full story or the full picture. So it could be those type of things. But I feel like, no, man, like Karlie just needs to just let Spice go. I don't feel like this woman was like, y'all need to watch the episode. Like, she was scared for her life. Like, if someone came to her rescue and said, Karlie, get in the car, I think Karlie would have ran in that car. Like, Karlie, guys, like, it was so crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, and then Spice, she starts getting emotional. Because, I feel like, as much as I love Spice, I feel like Spice, she gets heated sometimes. And I feel like the conversation wasn't really meaningful, in my opinion, because Karlie was just agreeing with everything she was saying because she's scared, to sort of talk her true feelings. Because, I feel like when you kind of don't say what Spice wants to hear, I feel like she can be, a bit abrasive and combative. That's what I think, in my personal opinion. So, Spice, she starts getting emotional, and she says, like, she's like telling, like, Karlie, like, you leaked, or she's alluding to the fact that when she was sick and she had, like, that whole situation with sepsis take over her body, that Karlie had leaked her personal information. And then Karlie's trying to tell her, like, that wasn't me, I wouldn't do that. And you could really see the genuineness on Karlie's face. Like, you could really tell, like, I felt like she was telling the truth. Like, she was not the one that leaked the information. And Spice has a lot of friends. Like, if other people were visiting you when you were sick, in the DR, maybe somebody else, sort of leaked your information. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna meet up with someone at one point, like, don't drag. I don't want them to bring this into the new season. Like, let this be, the end of this on this season, in my personal opinion. Like, Karlie is already, like, grouping up with other people on, Love and Hip Hop. Like, stay away from Spice. Like, y'all don't need to be friends with each other. Like, it's crazy. And you could kind of tell, like, Karlie is, like, over it. Karlie kept saying, like, Karlie was, like, over the conversation. She's just like, what else am I gonna say? And then Spice makes mention to something along the lines of, Karlie going around and telling people that she's scared of Spice. And then Spice is like, oh, you have me out like this bully or like this bad person, and you're having people look at me in this negative manner. And then Karlie is trying to tell her, like, the only reason I told people that I was scared of you is because you attacked me. Karlie is better than me, honey. Karlie is strong, because the minute time someone I would have attacked me, you were not seeing me again. I was not coming for no meetup with you in no park. You know what I'm saying? With you by myself. Next thing you want to come fight me again? No, sir. No. Karlie is good. And then I still feel like Karlie is still hoping that she and Spice could reconcile in the future. But, like, just let bygones be bygone. Like, let it go. And I was reading, some comments on, the Love and Hip Hop Instagram page, and someone here mentioned, they said, all Karlie wants is an apology for how she was treated, but Spice don't want to take accountability for what she did. Karlie, let that friendship go. And I feel like she should. And as I said, I do love Spice. I love her music. But, sometimes we have to tell the truth. And I feel like, Spice could become combative when she, you tell her certain things that she doesn't like. And, like, some friendships are just not meant to be. Like, go ahead and continue your friendship with other people. And Rashida, y'all were best buddies, go ahead and do that. And, like, leave Karlie alone. Karlie fed up of the situation. Karlie looked like she was so disinterested in sort of meeting up with Spice, in my personal opinion. And then someone else on here said, Karlie, please leave this useless friendships alone. When we have friends, we want to sort of, have fun with our friends. We want friends that are encouraging. We don't want friends that we're fighting with constantly. Like, it becomes like a toxic, sort of environment. And it's not good for anyone's, mental health, in my personal opinion. So those are some of the the things that people are saying. And someone here says Spice thinks she's Beyonce of Love and Hip Hop, and one person said, I don't like her. So it's a lot of mixed reactions in regards to Spice and her persona. But I feel like I love each woman individually, and I feel like they should just let this friendship go. I'm tired of this storyline now. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you all think? Are you tired of this already? Do you feel like they should go their separate ways? Do you feel like they should let bygones be bygones? What did you think about, how Karlie was shaking up and she was scared? Like, what is your perception of that? That bothered my spirit to have her go through that and have, like, watch her shivering there. I was like, no, this is crazy. This is crazy. Just let me know y'all comments let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But that's my take for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.